Would you like to understand how remote biomagnetism really works? Behind every session lies science, energy, and connection. What actually happens is not magic, but a tangible interaction between fields that transcend physical space. I connect with my client online. Together, we review their clinical history, describe symptoms, and the level of pain or discomfort that marks their starting point. At that moment, I establish quantum entanglement, and you might wonder, what is that? Take a look at this report.
Jacobo Grinberg's transferred potential, the quantum synergy between two consciousnesses. What happens when two minds connect beyond words and distance? Mexican neurophysiologist Jacobo Grinberg sought to answer that through a bold and poetic experiment, the couple synergy. In this study, two partners were placed in separate rooms. One participant received a light or sound stimulus, while the other remained silent and isolated. Both were connected to electroencephalography equipment. The surprising result, the second participant's brain, without receiving any stimulus, displayed similar electrical patterns, as if the mind had felt the other's signal. Grinberg called this phenomenon transferred potential, a possible sign of consciousness entanglement similar to quantum entanglement that links particles across distance. His hypothesis suggested that when two people achieve a deep connection through silence, attention, and empathy, their neuronal fields may synchronize within a shared network of information. Beyond science, the experiment invites reflection. Human connection is not only emotional, it may also be energetic. Perhaps every conscious encounter is a small quantum synergy, an invisible bridge where thought transforms into union. Grinberg was not trying to prove the impossible. He wanted to remind us that consciousness, when it connects, can create reality.
Remote biomagnetism. So, have you ever wondered how remote biomagnetism truly operates? Behind every session unfolds a process that combines science, energy, and human connection. It is not a mystical event, but a measurable interaction between fields beyond physical space. Through an online meeting, the therapist interviews the patient to understand their medical background, symptoms, and degree of discomfort that defines their current state. At that precise moment, a fascinating phenomenon known as quantum entanglement occurs. That is where the energetic experience begins, the one that restores the body's balance. Quantum entanglement is a proven principle showing how two systems can remain connected, sharing information instantly, regardless of distance. In remote medical biomagnetism, this energetic link allows the therapist to detect and correct body imbalances from anywhere in the world. Dr. Isaac Goiz-Duran referred to this as telebioenergetics.
The double-slit experiment and the power of the observer. In the early 20th century, a single experiment reshaped our understanding of the universe. The double-slit experiment revealed that reality is not as solid as it seems, and that the simple act of observation can transform everything. When a beam of particles passes through two slits, it forms a wave pattern, as if each particle existed in multiple places simultaneously. But when an observer watches which slit it passes through, the wave collapses and the particle chooses a single path. Observation, consciousness itself, changes the outcome. In remote medical biomagnetism, a similar phenomenon occurs, though at an energetic rather than physical quantum level. When the therapist works remotely, they focus their awareness and intention on the patient's energetic field. That focused and ordered attention acts as the observer that organizes energy and restores coherence. Consciousness directs information, and matter responds. The universe is not made of separate things, but of a living web of vibrant information. Within this network, the observer and the observed are one. Each therapist who acts with presence, each intention focused from calmness, is an active form of observation that promotes equilibrium and well-being. The double-slit experiment reminds us that the observer creates their world, and that when consciousness observes with knowledgeable good intention, energy naturally finds its harmonious order.
Einstein's ghost atom and its parallel with remote medical biomagnetism. Albert Einstein never imagined that his 1935 concept of spooky action at a distance would one day inspire a new understanding of how energy, mind, and intention connect beings beyond space and time. We explore how quantum entanglement might explain the mystery behind remote medical biomagnetism, when a therapist balances another person's body and emotions without physical presence. Scientific background: the legacy of the ghost atom. In the famous EPR paradox, Einstein-Podolsky-Rosen, Einstein and his colleagues challenged classical physics, describing particles that seemed to communicate instantaneously, what he called spooky action at a distance. Decades later, experiments by John Bell and Elaine Aspect confirmed the reality of quantum entanglement. Two systems can remain united through an invisible bond, independent of distance. Analogy with telebioenergetics. In remote medical biomagnetism, this invisible link becomes a non-local therapeutic connection. The therapist uses mental focus and coherence to tune in to the patient's field, sending intention that reorganizes the body's information. Just as entangled particles behave as one quantum entity, therapist and client act as resonance systems within the same informational field.